Hi, everybody. This is Dee Reinhardt with Illinois WorkNet. On the line with me today, I have Chelsea Jones, also of Illinois WorkNet. Say hi, Chelsea.
Good morning, everyone.
Today, we are going to be talking about the next portion of our Resume Builder tool, and we have an action-packed session today. So our topic is Illinois WorkNet Resume Builder. So if you have questions about the Resume Builder tool and what we're doing with it, please feel free to type any of those questions into the chat pod, but we do appreciate if you stay on topic today with your questions. If you have not already, please download the handouts in the lower left corner, and those will open up to a new window. So please come back to the webinar. And if you have not already taken the time to answer the polling questions, then please do that as well. We are going to get going right now. I'm going to end these poll questions and hide them. Oops. Chelsea and I are clicking at the same time. So now I'm going to share my screen. If at any time during the course of the webinar you are having problems hearing, please dial in to the conference number at 866-803-3878. And as always, if you have any questions for Illinois WorkNet, please send them to info@illinoisworknet.com. So to access the resume portion of Illinois WorkNet, all you have to do is log into your account. And if you don't already have one, all you have to do is click on the sign up, give us a little bit of information, and then you will have your own account. You need to confirm your email address in your email browser, and then you will have access to all of the things that you want to save. Right now I'm going to log in and show you how you can access the Resume Builder tool. There's a couple of different ways that you can do that. I want to make sure that my screen is big enough so that you guys can see it okay. A couple of things that you can do is you can access the resumes from right here on the dashboard line, the ribbon that shows up across the top of Illinois WorkNet once you are logged in. You can also click on the drop-down arrow for My Dashboard and go to Resumes by clicking here. And then you can also go to your profile and see the My Tools button that pops up. Click on the My Tools, and just in the second row is the Resume Builder, and you can click there. All three ways that I just showed you will take you to the Resume Builder, and once you have an account, if you have not clicked here before, you will be asked some information about your demographic information, where you live, all that kind of stuff. That pre-populates many of the letters and the tools on the Resume Builder tool. Now this tool is a third-party tool that we use, powered by Optimal Resume, but we have done so much work with this that we feel like it's our very own. And once you get your account set up, then the Document Center will be where it opens up. We've talked about resumes, we've talked about letters and portfolios. In the first webinar, we talked about assessments. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about interviews, and today we are talking about the video resumes and websites. So let's start with the websites, because everything that we've done up until this point with the resumes, letters, portfolios, and assessments pull together to create your website. So if you create a new website, you can pick a name for that website. My suggestion would be that you use your name, and so I'm going to use my name, and I've had a couple of websites that I've created, but I'm going to start here. Oh, I'm sorry. I will pull this together closer, and I'm going to start my website. You have to follow the directions the right way sometimes. What you get to do now is pick the different items, will be the different items that you've already created. Then you get to pick the order of what you want to show up in your website. So we want to put up a good resume. And now this is going to be a pretty much generic resume. So you want to try to create as great a generic resume as you can for your website. So I'm going to use, I'm going to enable it first, and then I'm going to pick my D-Test3. I'm just going to pick that for right now. I would want to make sure that before I pick it that that's the one that I want to use. Then what I want to do is I want to pick a letter. And we talked about in the letter webinar yesterday about using a letter for the cover of your website. So I created a cover letter for my website, and it just thanks people for coming to the website and take a look at the rest of my skills. Then I'm also going to put in my portfolio. And yesterday we talked about the portfolio. This morning I finished up a good portfolio so that we could show you on the website today. Then I'm going to pick some skills that I want to do, and what I want to do is I want to share two different ones on the page. Then I'm going to enable a video that I've already done, and it's without a script because I could actually look into the camera. We're going to talk about this in the next section of this webinar. So what we now want to do is enable the pages, the order. So since I created a cover letter for the website, I'm going to put that in first position. Then I'm going to put my resume in second position. And you can organize these in any way that you would want to do this. And Chelsea's asking, why would a job seeker want to have a website? And first and foremost, I have to tell you that I do marketing. And I always tell all job seekers that when you are in job search mode, you are marketing you. So when people go to the internet, they're going to search for people. They're going to search for people to fill their positions. And when they try to vet you to see if you qualify for their skills, if you have this web presence through a website that you're going to make here, then that helps show somebody what they want to find out about you without having to search in many, many, many different places. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the skills, and I'm going to put that in fourth position, and the video resume is going to be in fifth position. Again, I could organize these any way that I want to organize them. So now I'm going to save and continue. You can increase the size of your screen by clicking the 4 outbound arrows at the top of this pod, the screen pod. I can't right now really make this much bigger, and you guys be able, oh, I made it a little bit bigger. Hopefully that doesn't take us completely out of the page there. Now what you get to do, after you've picked what you want the content to be, you can pick a look that you want to look. One tip that happens in websites is if you use an overabundance of red, Google and the search engines don't really like that. So what you might want to do is avoid the reds, but otherwise you have many pages of templates from which you can pick. So I'm looking at some of these, and they've even got different career pathways that you might want to select. So on this one, I'm going to go here in the middle and take a look and see what I can pick. And I'm going to pick this blue one over here. And then I'm going to go to Save and Continue. Next, you can enable a sidebar. And on the sidebar, you can put links to different things. Remember, if you're going to link to your social media, you need to make sure that your social media is clean, and I'm using air quotes right now, clean for a job search. That means remove all of those pictures of you that you don't want your grandmother to see, and make sure that what you're posting is politically correct and in a professional vein. So my suggestion is if you have a LinkedIn profile, make sure you have a link to that. You might want to use a Flickr profile if you post images for your particular profession. And then MySpace is now a music type kind of site. And Facebook, I'm not so sure that you want to use Facebook, but if you keep it professional, then you can do that. So I'm going to add LinkedIn, and I have my own URL for LinkedIn, so I can add that here. I can then save and continue. And Chelsea just put in the chat pod about our social media guide for job seekers, and this is some things that I've actually written for Illinois WorkNet, and it talks a lot about how you can use social media during your job search and still be very professional. Now, as you can see right here, I have a URL that is to my website, and I can activate this website if I want to. What I am going to do is I'm going to go back right now to my Document Center and go to the website that I actually have some hits on so that you can see what happens with that website. So this is one that I created initially in the Resume Builder tool. So it's got my illinoisworknet.confidential.com/dreinhardt URL. I can share that anywhere. So I can put that on a cover letter. I can put that in my resume. I can put it out on all of my social media. So it's a way to get people to your online resume, besides the fact that I've also enabled LinkedIn to be associated with that so they can see my LinkedIn profile as well. So here I'm going to activate the letter that I had initially. So I can always make this I can always change and add and make my resume new and different. So now I'm going to leave that sample there, but I want to change my portfolio and take away the other portfolio. But if you notice, I can add multiple portfolios and move them up and down. I can also have the video resumes that I want to use so that it is going to make a nice presentation for your website. I've got 2 second pages, so I need to change one of those. I've got 2 third pages now. I'll make that a 4th page. So now I'm going to save my changes. And we're going to go live to my website. And as you can see over here, I have 34 hits on my website already. It's a good idea every once in a while to make a change to your website. Mirage, you're off topic. This is a way that you can change it around. And search bots on the internet like to see little changes here and there. So what you can do is change your letter once in a while, go in and make sure that your skills are updated, go in and make sure that your resume is current, make those little changes and make sure that your link right here shows up often and regularly in the search. This has the resume that you can use, and if you include the info, now here's the portfolio that I created for you, and this is showing the different opportunities that you can add. Now I do a lot of graphic work, and I tried to upload some additional information on here, and it limits you to 24 megabytes of information. So what I did was I started adding links to external portfolios that I have. So this is a way that you can make your portfolio enhanced and still have a representation that is going to be very sufficient for providers to take a look at. Diana is asking if we can view the webinar after the session ends, and yes, we are recording this, and it will be housed on the Illinois workNet YouTube channel. Now for the skills, when we look at the website, all of those little pieces that you entered, and I only entered a few, all of those little pieces that you enter as examples will show up here. So as you are adding items, then you can see that there's little snippets that will show up as you have examples of the different skills and the different experiences that you've had. And then last but not least, we have the video resume, and this you have to allow the player to be able to be there. But one of the things that you can do with this, and this is not my best shot here, I'm going to have to change this this video, but I also don't have my speakers on, so you can't hear what's going on the video. But now if I don't like this, it has opened up to a new window. I can go back to my resume, and I can pick a different video, save it, and until I find the right one. But it's best if you kind of write it down so that you can know which video is the right piece, which letter is the right piece, which skill section you're going to use. And you guys don't do as many demonstrations as I do, so you will probably only have one of each of something. So that's the website. What questions can I answer for you about the website? Guest 1 says, the video looks like a great place to record your elevator speech, and that is absolutely right. If you can put together a 30-second video and have practiced with it enough, use the video recording that we're going to show you in just a moment and do it without the teleprompter, then it's going to make it look so much better. All right. Okay, so if there's no more questions on the website, then, and we also have directions available, and we have each section recorded where I'm not stumbling around with this, and you can watch those videos on our YouTube channel as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the Document Center, and then I'm going to show you about video resumes. And tomorrow we're going to talk about interviews. So what works best for both interviews and video resumes is if you have a webcam. So the webcam is important on both of these pieces, but it doesn't have to, for the interviews, it doesn't have to be there. You can practice without one. So let's create a video resume. And this is how you actually create what I was just showing you on the website. I'm going to name this, and this is going to be test video D. And we're going to start the video resume. Guessed one? Yes, the interview opportunity is on this tool. You can do it in an office, but it is, the webinar tomorrow is online, and the interview tool is online tomorrow that we're going to demonstrate. So we're going to start the video resume here, and we're going to show you what happens without a teleprompter, and then we're going to show you what happens with a teleprompter. So if I continue without the teleprompter, this is where we will just be talking into the camera and the microphone. And right now, I'm going to allow this. And remember, I've got a headset on and glasses, and I'm looking right now into my camera, but I have to turn my head to look at the screen. So this is why not using a teleprompter is going to make it a lot easier for you to look professional. And here, I'll take off my glasses. Have you look a lot more professional when you're doing your video resume, because you're talking to the camera. Try to use a camera that doesn't require a headset like I have on, and try to, if you do need to use a teleprompter, try to have it so that you're far enough away from the teleprompter that if you do need glasses, that you don't need them. So we're going to show you all those things right now. And as you can see on my screen, when I'm talking, the activity level on the, let's see if I can get this, on the, oh, we got to go this way. On the monitor is showing what the volume is for my microphone. So now we can see that the video is working and that the audio is working, and we're going to continue the video resume. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my glasses. I'm going to give you my 30-second elevator pitch. I love social media. Oh, we're going to wait. I love social media. It helps with the right side of my brain and the creative juices that I need. It helps me stay young and invested in a new technology that's not so new anymore. I help small businesses understand the how and the why of marketing with social media. I teach them how to incorporate it into their overall marketing plan and make it be an important piece. I help them design, build, or remodel their social media marketing. My name is Dee Reinhardt, and I'm a social media strategist. So I've practiced that pitch for a long time. I have it down pat. It is what I do every day, every time I go to a networking event and have to introduce myself. So if you can practice that with your elevator pitch, and then you can do this recording without a teleprompter. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses back on, and I can play that video, I can redo it, or I can save it. So I'm going to save this. And now what I can do is I can actually put in bullets. I can pause and fix this. I can put in a text box. So I want to click in here, and bullet text, I want to put my name in. And then you can add another bullet if you want to. You can change the size on it. You can change the duration of it. I want it to be the whole. I want it to be the whole length of the video, and so then I can save this, and I can pick what color skin I want for this. So as I did blue for my website, so I'm going to do blue for my skin. I'm going to display all bullets. I can add more if I want to, and then I'm done. So then when I go back to my Document Center, my new video should be in Test Video D. My new video should be in there, and I can play it, pause it, or move on to the next section. Now let's go back and create another video that shows you how to use the teleprompter. So I'm going to name this one Test Video E, and I'm going to put with teleprompter just so that I can remember what some of these are. Oh, I can't use the slash. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start this one now. And I'm going to use the teleprompter. And it's going to ask me to name the script. Now I can use an existing script, so I'm going to actually pick, no I'm not, I'm going to make a new one for you guys. So teleprompter script C. Then I can either start from scratch or I can browse script types. I'm going to always pick where I can browse the script types or browse samples because I don't want to really have to come up with this stuff on my own. So I want to talk about my skills to an employer. And I can pick this opportunity here. I can select the text and then just go in and edit the text. I can go in and work on my introduction. And so I would start typing now, the way I did my 30-second is based on, and I'm going to type this into the chat pod here. This gentleman did a TED Talk on Start with Why. So I'm putting this in the chat pod. His name is Simon Sinek. He has everybody start with why, and then the what, and then the how. So if you can take a look at that 18-minute TED Talk, then you can introduce yourself in your script with the same item that I kind of did with myself. I love social media. I'm not going to write a whole lot in here. I can save this. My objective, and you can change the names of these sections. So I'm going to change this to how. And then on closing, you might want to say, contact me or join me or whatever it is that you might want to put in there other than closing. Objective might be changed. Introduction might be changed. Come up with some cute ideas if you can. Brainstorm with some of your other job seeker buddies. And if you go to a job club, talk to them about that. All right, so that's my That's my short script. You have examples here that you can use. You have action verbs that you can check out, just like they have in the resume and the letter. So I'm going to save this. I just want to get on here with taking this forward. So I have my script ready to go. I'm going to continue to the video resume. So now I'm going to do the camera again. Okay, we want to allow. And here's the camera. And unfortunately, I can't move it to my other screen because I've got a ledge up above my monitor. I'm going to use the default device, which goes with my webcam. And now we can see again that the video and the audio is working. So then we go to Continue Video Resume. I can adjust the size of the font on the teleprompter, and then I can test the speed. So this is going pretty slowly, so I can read that pretty easily. I can then adjust it if I want it to go faster. Whoop, well, that's really fast. And then I'm going to leave it slowly, because when you're trying to read quite a bit, you need to be able to read it without hesitating and without stumbling over your words. Remember, practice, practice, practice. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next section. I'm going to test the speed on that. I'm going to go to the next section, and I'm going to go to the next section and test the speed. Okay, so that all looks good. So now what I want to do is I want to return to the first section, and I want to record. And remember, there's a 3-second delay, so I can take my glasses off. I love social media. But now, see, I had to go back and forth. But I can read the script. Remember that if you're going to the next section and you're recording, you don't want to continue looking at the screen as you read, I help small business, because then that way you're not looking at the camera. So then as I finish a section and I save it, then it will take me through each piece. Now let me record this real quickly. I love social media. I'm going to save that. I'm going to do the how. I'm a certified social media strategist who helps small business understand the how and why of marketing with social media. And I'm going to save that one and recording. Thanks for watching. All right, so I saved all 4 sections, and once that's done, I get to pick my skin the same way that we picked it for before. Here I can add a bulleted list for what it is that I'm trying to talk about, so I can put my name in again. I can save this. I can change the size of the item. I can work with, sometimes I can work with the font as well. I can put in an item in each section. Or more bullets if I want to. So as I add a bullet text, I can change the font. So maybe I want this one to be New Times Roman, and I want this to be 20 points. I want the color to be yellow or green. So then I can save this bullet text. Oh, sorry. And I'm going to put this piece over here after the other piece stops. So, and now as I play this, and of course you can't hear it because my microphone is not on, and now it switches to the second section, and you can see the difference in the font, and then it moves to the third section, and on until you're done. Once you're totally done with that, you can pick the skin that you want for your video. You can display all the bullets, and then you're done with that video. You can add it to your website. Okay, who has questions about the video resume? All right, let's see what that question is. Can you create your own video on Skype or phone and upload to the site? Let's take a look if it allows you. Now, you can upload letters and resumes. Let's take a look because I've never tried to upload my own video. And no, it doesn't allow you to upload your own video. All right. So, did I miss any questions? Chelsea took care of the one question that I missed. All right. I don't see anybody else typing anything else. Remember that tomorrow we're going to be talking about the interviews online. You can see all of our recordings on our YouTube channel, and Chelsea posted where the materials and videos will be posted. They're on the help pages. So if we don't have any other questions, I appreciate your time watching us today, and I hope to see many of you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.